with Jitsi to record, and now it makes me hit a lot more, but that's the way it goes. That software keeps updating. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to grab a couple things here. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for Aging Strong. And we are going to be working in the next few weeks on some breathing patterns. And I have a little, this is just for demonstration purposes. Maybe you have seen this, maybe not. I got to get one 3 times when I had joint replacement surgeries, but this is called an incentive spirometer. And so, to increase our lung capacity, sometimes after a surgery or something like that, or if we're sick, we have to inhale into this and float the little ball up to help with our lung capacity and to get rid of CO2 that's in the lungs. So, we can also do that with a straw if you happen to have one. If you don't have a straw today, you're just going to imagine that you're inhaling through a straw. So, what we're going to be working on is increasing our maximum inhalation or inspiration to help with our lung capacity. If we breathe in through our nose on both sides, we can take a breath pretty quickly. But and same thing if we breathe in through our mouth. But if we breathe in through a straw, or with our lips pursed a little bit, we make a small opening, and then we can take a longer period of time to inhale. So we're going to try this just a few times. What we'll do is take as much time as you can to take a full breath. And when you take it, let your ribs flare out to give yourself more space for your lungs. When you get to the top of that breath, you're going to hold it a couple of counts, and then your exhale will be through the mouth. Just kind of let it all go. So I'm going to do it with the straw first. Standing, sitting, whatever position you want to be in, start by just exhaling naturally, and then begin to breathe in really slow. Hold it and let it go. Okay, we're just going to try it one more time. If you have a straw, then we're all going to get rid of that, and we'll do it through the pursed lips. So exhale naturally. See how long you can take to slowly inhale. Hold it. Let it go. You will feel a little bit lightheaded with this. I was getting a little notification on my computer. Wanted to make sure it wasn't you guys. So now, without the straw, we're going to do that through kind of a pursed lip. Your feet are hips distance apart. And I want you to slowly float your arms up. So take as long as it takes you to inhale. When your arms get to the top, you'll hold the breath, and then you'll exhale and just drop your arms down. So exhale naturally, and then begin. Hold it. Let it go. So we're going to all be doing this at different paces. You know how it goes. We're going to do it in different positions with our legs. So tandem stance, right foot in front, left foot behind. Try to get your feet as close as you can together. Squeeze your inner thighs, tighten up your glutes. Exhale naturally and begin. Great. All right, other foot in front, tandem stance. So now we're applying some more core connection with this breathing exercise and a little bit of balance. Tighten your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs together, exhale naturally, and begin. Great job. Bring your feet back together. So we're going to apply this randomly through our class when we're holding a pose. You also need today one hand weight for halos and a light resistance band and yoga strap. So we've been doing some Tai Chi again in class. Our third form in Tai Chi is called single whip. So we'll start to warm up everything, just breathing normally. Come into right ball position, so your right hand is on top. You're going to make a little hook with your wrist slightly flexed. Looks like a little beak or a bird's head. Take that out to the right, look to the right, and then start to look to the left and take the bottom arm and block away. Drop the hook, let the arms lower down. We'll do it to the other side. Left ball position, make a hook. Start to turn to the left, look that way. Take your hook to the side. Begin to look to the right and block. Let the hook go and drop your arms down. Let's add our legs. Right ball position, tap your left foot. Make a hook with your right hand. Start to take it out to the right side. Leave it there. As you turn to the left and block, take a step. Then shift your body weight back, pivot on your left heel, step into left ball. Make a hook. Take it out to the left. Turn to the right to block. Take a step. Shift your body weight as you let the hook go. Pivot your foot. Come into right ball. Just going to do 2 more on each side. Make your hook. Take it out to the right. You're slightly turning your spine. Turn to the left to block. Step the heel out. Bend your left knee a little bit. Then shift your weight back. Pivot on your heel. Coming into left ball. Make your hook. Take it out to the left. Shift and block, stepping. Bend your knee. Take your body weight back, pivot on the heel. Step into right ball. 1 more each side. This is called single whip. Make your hook. Extend it out. Lots of balance with this form. Step out left, strike your heel, block. Shift your body weight, pivot on your heel to turn yourself forward. Left ball, last time, single whip. Make a hook. Take it out to the left. Turn your body to the right, step out, block, bend your knee, shift back, let the hook go, pivot forward, back into right ball. Good. Now take your feet hips distance apart. We're going to do our long inhale 1 more time here. Take your hands, turn your palms up toward you, exhale naturally. Begin to inhale slowly, let your hands come up. Keep inhaling, flip your palms up to the ceiling. Keep inhaling until you can get no more air in your lungs. Hold it. And then exhale, release the arms down. Sit into chair. Feet are about parallel, hips distance apart. Come up and press your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades. So we are going to exhale here into chair pose. And then inhale back. Reach forward. Press back. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. So we're warming up the shoulder girdle. Shoulder girdle retraction. Inhale as we come up. Exhale to sit into chair. So take this breath at your own pace. It's not a really long inhalation, but I want you to focus on the inhale. 3 more. And 2. One more. Hold your chair pose. Stay into chair at any depth that feels good for you. Check the alignment of your knees and feet. Pick up your right heel, and then as it goes down, pick up your left. So we did these in class on Tuesday, but we were standing up. This is more challenging with the knees bent. One heel, the other. You can bring the hands in if this feels more comfortable for your shoulders. You can also just lift a heel and set it down and then lift the other heel. But I'd like you to try that balance challenge of the switch happening in midair. Good, couple more each side. Your head is not moving. Your body center of gravity is staying nice and strong. All right, drop both heels. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Okay, I'd like for you to grab your light band, and we're going to work on the triceps a little bit here this morning. So we'll take a hold of that band, step your feet wide, turn your right foot out and come into a nice warrior 2 stance. So take a minute here to adjust your stance to feel comfortable with it. This knee, make sure that it's pressing out toward the baby toe side of your foot. Your torso can be on any angle to make that happen. So in other words, if you're turning your body this way and it causes your knee to collapse in, then that's a little too far. So adjust that position. Holding on to your band, bring your elbows up, but not really high. I want them to have a little angle down. We're going to straighten the left arm and come back in. Straighten the left. So your right arm is staying stable as we're working the tricep and the shoulder on the left side. Now we'll move into knee extension. So as we straighten that arm, we also straighten the leg, and then we bend back down. So we're getting some work through the quad and the glute. And I want you to think about really pushing your foot down into the earth, like you're trying to drive the floor away from your body. Exhaling here, inhaling down. You pick the pace for 3. Control the negative so the band doesn't return your arm for you. You're really controlling that. 2 and 1. Hold your warrior 2 stance. Let your elbows relax down. Take a side angle pose. Stretch it up. And then a reverse warrior. Then release the arms down. Reverse the stance of the feet, pivoting the right foot in, the left foot out. Find your nice warrior 2 stance. Check the position of your knee. Keep your abs engaged, shoulders back. Band is up. The arm moving is the right arm. So we press it out and away, and we bring it in. Now try to drop your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Add the knee extension. Straighten and bend. Exhale, inhale. When we raise our arms, our shoulder blades also want to hunch. So keep a connection with your lats. to press your shoulders away from your ears. Slow down the negative, that return of the band. 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Hold your warrior 2. Relax your elbows and shoulders. Take a side angle stretch. Keep that top shoulder rotating back a little bit. And a reverse warrior. And then release it down. Good. Shift and pivot on your feet again. Now, if the next one that I give you is difficult and you're not able to do this, I want you to go back to the one we just did. Your option is to take that band in your left hand, toss it behind you over your shoulder, and see if you can get it with your right hand. So you've got to be able to anchor it back there, and we're going to press it up. So this is our cow face arm position, our back scratch. But your option is to repeat the work we did just prior to this, because our goal is to work the tricep. And then we straighten and bend. Try to keep your head neutral and not drop your chin when that hand goes behind the back of the head. Good. Exhale here. Check the angle of your knee. 4. Good. And 3. 2. 1. Hold. Now your option is to stay here and do your side angle pose with your strap, or you can let it go if you need. And then same thing for the reverse warrior. Tip. Challenging for balance. And come up. Good. Carefully relax the strap. Pivot and change your footwork. Your placement with the lower body. So again, here's option. You need to modify this or toss it behind you, see if you can grab it. This is tighter for me, but I have it there. Okay. Anchor and straighten. Cow face arms with tricep work. Big stretch in that left shoulder. Add the knee extension, straighten and bend. Now, if this is feeling too challenging on your left arm, but you want to do this type of a tricep exercise, you can hold a dumbbell here rather than the strap if you want to get some resistance. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Option to stay here in cow face. Do your side angle pose. Really open up the side body. And then your reverse warrior. Ooh. And back to center. And relax the strap. Come back to a wide stance. Roll your shoulders a couple of times each direction. And then take your time to step your feet together. You're going to switch your equipment to your single dumbbell. So let's practice a halo and see if you need to make any adjustments for your shoulders. So we start at about chest height under the chin. We start to move to the right. If you have the ability to bring the weight behind the back of the head, it goes there, then to the left and to the front. And we're going to reverse direction each time. So then we go left back, and center. Option is to do your halo in front of the face. Still a wonderful option. And then we'll reverse this. So do one more each direction just to feel comfortable with the movement. Great job. Nice. So if you need to step long ways on your mat, that's great. I'm going to do a short stance, warrior one here facing you. Right foot in front. And I just want you to practice shifting your body weight forward, lifting off the back foot and picking it up and then coming back down. So just a nice little mini warrior three. Now, if it feels uncomfortable for you to completely lift your foot up, I get it. Just come up onto the big toe, lifting onto the ball of the foot, and come back down. Let's just do one more. Great job. And relax, switch the feet. Left foot in front. Short stance warrior one. So your feet should be like they're on railroad tracks, not on a balance beam. So it's not like a tandem stance. Shift forward. See if you can pick that back foot up. Set it down, drop the heel. We're not staying there a long time. We're just lifting up, finding our balance, coming back down. This is more of a dynamic balance rather than a static balance. Good. And make sure you're not bending over at the waist. One more repetition. Nice. Okay, let's switch our stance again. What we're going to do is add a halo moving to the right side. So we'll bring that weight up. Option to go behind the head, nice and slow. When we come to the chest, we lift up off the back foot and we set it down. Then we go the other way. So your halo is going to self-reverse each time, but your feet will stay in that right foot forward stance. Good. Let's do one more to the left, and then I'm going to weave in our breath work that we're doing today. Okay, so as you halo to the right, exhale naturally to start. Purse your lips and take a slow breath in. As you come up into warrior three, exhale. Go to the left, slow breath in. Exhale. Ooh, one more each side. Last time left. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, my balance, it was a lot harder on that one. Okay, switch your feet. Now, you're probably feeling that was really hard to take a slow inhale. It should have been, because all of this that's going on in our body, doing the lunge, doing the halo, doing the warrior, is causing more demand from our respiratory system. So we want to start breathing faster. right? So that makes this exercise a lot harder. Don't force yourself to go as slow as what we did on the arms up. It's going to be a little bit faster. Okay, so in your position, exhale naturally. We're going to the left first. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior three. Go to the right. Inhale. Exhale. One more each direction. A lot of breath control, you guys. Last one to the left. And rest. Nicely done. Let's set our weight down. We'll move into a moving, flowing forward fold sequence. So soften your knees a little bit. Inhale, bring the arms up. You don't have to make it a very slow one. Then exhale, swan dive, maybe halfway down. Just check into the backs of your legs. And then start to move this at your own pace. Now we can do that breath pattern, but not take so long to do the inhale and still have a positive effect on maximum inspiration. And usually we can do that just by breathing in through the nose because you have two nostrils rather than pursed lips. Or you can breathe in through the mouth with a little bit wider aperture or opening. So kind of an abbreviated usage of this breath flow. You'll do a nice inhale. You'll hold it a second. And then exhale. Let's do 3 more. Maybe getting a little bit more depth in your forward fold. One more time. Hold your forward fold, clasp your opposite elbows, give yourself a little bit of a hang and ragdoll, relax your neck, maybe shake your head side to side, up and down, or little small circles. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Opening up the lumbar spine. And then release those hands, reverse your swan dive, come up inhaling, and just exhale your arms by your side. Good. So at beginning of class, we did a chair pose to a press back behind us. We're going to change this a little bit and imagine you have a big beach ball behind your back. So you'll press back, your palms will be in towards each other, and you'll squeeze the shoulder blades. So come to that chair pose, and then press back and squeeze. Try not to elevate your shoulder girdle, but really press your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Just 2 more. One more. And relax. Turning toward the top of my mat and placing my left foot in front, my right foot back, squeeze the right glute. As we inhale, we'll bring the arms up higher this time. And then exhale into a javelin, bringing the arms back, squeezing a ball behind you, and you almost lift off your big toe, or maybe you do. And then step back, breathe in. And breathe out, squeeze the ball behind your back, shift into javelin. You can keep your big toe on the ground. Reach up. Good, just 2 more. Very similar to that warrior 3 we were working on with the hand weight. 1 more. And come down. Good, switch your feet. Nice step back. Reach the arms. Breathe. You should feel a little stretch through the front of your left hip. Take it back, a little javelin, so our body's on a diagonal line, possibly lifting the foot up. 5 reps. Now I really want you to get that feeling that you're squeezing a ball behind your back. 3 more. Shoulder blades pinch. And 2. Again, these are dynamic balance movements, not static. We're not holding for a long period of time. One more time. And rest, stepping the feet together. Now, we're going to come into downward dog. If you'd like to use your chair, I want you to have it available there, or you can come to your mat. So let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands can find your chair or your mat. Step your feet back. A nice stretch through your lat muscles. Our lats get very tight. And when the lats are tight, sometimes it prevents us from getting a nice deep inspiration. So I really want you to breathe right between your shoulder blades. Send the breath there and expand the shoulder blades and the ribs as you inhale the breath. Three more breaths. I'm going to come down to the mat for those. Two more. Last one. Walk your feet back toward your hands, either on the mat or the chair. Inhale, sweep all the way up, stretch. Exhale, press the palms together. Shoulder blades down and back. Press into the palms and turn your body to the right as far as you can go without letting your hips go with you. So as you're holding this twist, I want you to push your right hip forwards. Don't let your pelvis turn. Keep turning right, but push your hips directly center. And then come back to the midline. Press to the left. Twist, twist, twist. Your palms are active, but your hips are moving towards the right. So you've got some great dynamic tension here. And come back to the center. Relax your arms for a moment. Stand in a very mini warrior one. Mini. So it's like almost like a tandem stance, but my feet aren't one behind the other. I do have some separation between my feet, and I have the smallest little bend in my front knee. Palms touching. Press. Engage the pecs. Engage the triceps. Twist to the right, but keep your hips pointing toward that top edge of your mat. This is called a closed hip twist. Then we're going to come through the center, and as we turn the other way, we're in open hip twist. So you might be able to go a little farther on this side. Keep your hips forward. And back to the center. Give your arms a break and switch the stance of your feet. Mini warrior one. Left foot in front, a little bit of a bend in that knee. Hips are squared. Press the palms. Engage the muscles. Isometric work. turn left first, our closed hip twist, but keep your hips facing forward. So you're trying to press your right hip forward, your left hip back. And come back to the center. Keep the pressure into the palms. Twist the opposite direction. So you should have more range here, but keep those hips pointing forward. Look over the shoulder. And back through the midline. Relax the arms. Step the feet in. Take your feet mat's width apart. Use your chair first for this one. We're going to bring our hands down to our chair, and I want you to take your right hand and reach it across to your left leg and look over your left shoulder. So you've got a little bit of a forward bend here with rotation. And then come through the middle. Your right hand is on the chair. Your left hand reaches across. And we twist, but we're not moving our pelvis. And this should feel really solid here because we have a nice wide stance with our feet. And notice I'm looking over my shoulder. So that's our level 1. Level 2, we're going to walk our feet back a little further, which gives us more of a down dog position, more of a hamstring stretch. Take your right hand across. Now we'll be looking under the armpit, keeping the pelvis level. And then switch hands. And then your level 3 option, hands come down to the floor. We walk those feet back nice and wide into a good solid down dog. The right hand comes across. We twist. You got to make sure you have a good sticky mat here so your left hand doesn't slide forward. And then let's switch. This is your last one. And then come back to your down dog. Walk your feet back into hips distance apart. Now you can still have hands on your chair. And we are going to square the hips and lift the right leg up. So if you look at your foot, I want your toes pointing down. Try not to let them turn out so your hips stay squared. And then lower that right foot down to hips distance apart. Pick up the left. Neutral thigh, neutral foot. We're just going to do one more on each side, then we'll take a break for the wrists. Right leg goes up and down. Left leg comes up and down. From here, take your time to find a child's pose. So if you're already on the mat, it's easy to drop the knees. I always need some padding though. So I'm going to grab my little yoga blanket here. Hello, Treacle. You're going to do some yoga this morning? And let's come to all fours. So those of you that were in class with me on Tuesday, in the chat specifically, we talked about how hard the bear crawl was. And I want to give us some kind of precursor exercises as we start to strengthen ourselves to do our bear crawl. So just from hands and knees here, I want you to try to lift your knees about an inch off the floor. Just come up and down. Now, I have my feet turned so the top of my foot is into the floor. That's a nice way to do it. We can also tuck our toes, lift your knees up and down. Now, this is stressful on your wrist. You can make fists for wrists so you can keep your wrists nice and straight. We're just going to do 3 more. This is called bear when we lift our knees off the floor. and we come down. So it's bear without the crawl. 2, and 1 more bear. And rest your knees. Let's take a break for the wrists by bringing the elbows down to the floor and taking a little stretch back here for the lats and triceps. So I like to do this one bending my elbows to bring my thumbs behind the back of my head, back behind the neck. And then I can crawl my elbows forward a little more. And my triceps are sore from Tuesday's class. I also did body pump on Monday, so I think I'm still sore from that, but this feels like a great stretch. So it's a puppy pose. Hips are over the knees pretty much, but I'm really stretching the triceps. My forehead is touching the mat, but it doesn't have to. And let's hold here. Okay, come back up to all fours. I'm also thinking about different ways we can work our shin muscles without being in legs up the wall position. So I'd like to do that in bird dog. So take your right leg straight back, and I want you to point and flex, and really focus on the flex, pulling your toes towards your kneecaps. Your option is to take your left hand off the floor, so you're reaching in bird dog. Pull your abs in and up, and let's get 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,